Don't do that.
I mean, that could be something that just exposed well, keep in mind that the Bellas and a lot of the Divas actually have to face extra scrutiny because they are on a reality program that feeds into their desperate need to have mainstream exposure.
Yes.
By having a show on E, the Bellas and the other Divas that are part of that show probably get double fucked, because they have to live up to whatever standard for that show on top of their wrestling duty and whatever character stuff they need to do there. They're just getting it from all ends. So I feel like, like having to play specific roles for this reality show and then, whatever the expanded role is for wrestling, I think just does them no favors. So that could just as easily be something like, well, we don't want her to seem nasty because we need her to be likable on E. And I don't know that that's the case because I've never watched Total Divas. I couldn't tell you if that's the case or not. But
it's pretty good
to me. Don't lie to my face,
Jeff,
Dan.
I'm looking into your eyes right now. You should watch Total Divas.
It is pretty good, especially season 2.
What the fuck?
I haven't even seen season 2.
Where is this coming from?
I've only seen season 1. I'm waiting for season 2 to go on the network. It's a pretty good show.
It is. Oh my God, Dan and I agree on something.
What is happening right now, Jeff?
Pretty good show. I'm looking forward to season 2.
Have these people been replaced by replicants?
I have limits.
You'll love season 2 because when they introduce summer,
yeah.
It's always hot when summer's around.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
Oh, I'm so angry right now.
This is the OMG moment of this podcast.
Alex, have you watched it?
I have watched about an episode and a half.
Yeah, I believe that's as much as I've seen. I saw episode.
I remember watching the first episode and thinking this is fucking terrible. But then it will occasionally throw you these amazing little gems, like Brie and Daniel Bryan visiting Cena's mansion in Florida, and just looking at Daniel Bryan's face, and as he walks around this giant crazy mansion for the first time, like Cena's wardrobe has an elevator in it, and Daniel Bryan just lives in his parents' stupid house in Washington or something, and seeing him look at this and this is all completely unnecessary.
Cena's jorts closet is bigger than Daniel Bryan's home.
It's
his home.
Seeing little gems like that are pretty fascinating.
Yeah, but how much of that is set up just for that?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
As much as any reality show, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's worse or better.
Yeah, it's a reality show about wrestling. It's 2 steps removed from reality.
It's basically officially sanctioned fan fiction.
Yeah.
And Tyson Kidd is a hilarious goober in it. He seems like the worst boyfriend / husband in the world. He tries to be all romantic because Natalia really wants to get married, and so he surprises her by taking a taxi to a courthouse. He's like, "All right, let's get this done with." And she's like, "What?" He's like, "Let's get married. You want to get married?" And she's like, "Not like this. Don't just take a cab to the courthouse."
And then does his dick not work? Or was that a different?
That might be a spoiler.
Is that Sorry.
Is there a story arc where Tyson Kidd's dick doesn't work?
Or was it a different? Was it a different boyfriend of Natalia's? I actually don't.
Well, she only has Tyson Kidd ever since they were fucking 11 or whatever in Canada.
TJ as he is on Total Divas.
Yeah. Whatever.
There's also a whole story about if you thought Natty's fart character was
I remember
bad.
that.
Wait till you hear about all the wacky sexual escapades they get into on Total Divas.
I don't want to hear about that.
I don't want to fucking watch any of that.
Yes, you do. Every Sunday at 9 o'clock on the E! Network.
You get to see weird OCD John Cena to where it's Cena seems like such just perfect Superman human being. It's there's got to be some dark, weird side of this dude. And you see little hints of it. Like when Nikki's making that dinner for him, she's being really nice, making this candlelit dinner, and he's just sitting there on the island in his kitchen, just I think you got some lettuce on the counter. There's water on the counter. There's water on the marble. There's water on the marble. Can you get that lettuce off the marble? And then she puts some gym shorts in the wrong hamper, and he starts talking about I've explained to you this is for the dirty ones, this is for the clean ones, and he starts lifting the hamper lids up. You're I like clean clothes. I like dirty clothes. Just fucking weird OCD John Cena is awesome to see.
Yeah, but he's doing it in front of a fucking camera.
Or what about super controlling John Cena, where Nikki Bella really wants kids? He's the one thing you're never going to get from me is kids.
Yeah, I'm never going to marry.
Okay, well, I guess I won't freeze my eggs then, since you don't want kids. And then they all just move on. It's no, wait a second. I think
this seems unresolved.
You're possibly ruining her life. I don't know. But
he makes her sign paperwork before she moves into his house, legal paperwork, and she's like, "What is this? I'm moving across the country to come in here." And he's like, "Oh, this just means that in case you suddenly turn into a super evil person, which I'm not saying you are, I can say you have to leave, and you legally have 24 hours to vacate the premises."
Wow.
It is fascinating.
It's awesome.
All that just sounds like they had to create a crazy real character for John Cena for
but
this.
They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't
for this very much not kids show.
I don't think they would fictionalize a shitty version of John Cena because he is such the golden child. That's not what they would do.
Maybe.
Maybe with Tyson
who
fucking
knows?
Kidd, his dick doesn't work and he's an idiot. But John Cena,
Fact.
It's a hot read of fucking Tyson Kidd, man.
Hot takes.
I like how we're
All
not,
the hottest
I
takes
like
on the
how-
Powerbombcast.
I like how nobody in here is even sure that the dick not working thing is the storyline. So let's just start that rumor.
My ex-roommate watched it, and that's the one thing I remember him telling me about it.
I heard it on Meltzer. Meltzer
yeah,
said it. Yeah.
let's start that internet rumor. Tyson Kidd has not had an erection since he was 13. Go to the dirt sheets. Go to the torch.
I believe it. Look at his face. Does he look like a happy man to you?
He has cats on his knee pads.
Nothing about Tyson Kidd looks happy.
Yeah, you guys don't even understand the lore behind his cats. You
Yeah.
have to watch Total Divas to get the expanded lore of Tyson Kidd's kick
I
pads.
think Tyson Kidd is the fucking one of the worst things going in all
you
of
don't have the
wrestling.
full
I
story.
fundamentally
So
disagree with what he's.
Yeah.
Now,
I've
normally
looked
I
at
would
his
agree
dumb
with you.
face on WWE Supercard one too many times.
Does he have the stupid little tuft of hair in his picture?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, back. Okay, all right. Early Tyson.
Normally,
Kidd.
I would agree with you. I have not cared much of what Tyson Kidd has done throughout his career, but I've actually been weirdly compelled by his NXT run,
Yes.
and the things that have sort of been an offshoot of that.
I don't know
if it's going anywhere, but I've kind of dug it.
It's been great. And also, let me mention that in the last week, Tyson Kidd tweeted about how much he loves Waluigi. That
Well,
is a-
fuck him then.
You know what? The most fun I had at NXT was so at the tapings we had to watch him come out like 4 times, and every time I was just like, "Go away, you bad man! I don't want to see you." And every time he'd just look over and just stare at me, and I would just yell at him for like 2 minutes, like, "I don't want to hear your music. Like, you are a bad person. You should feel bad." Oh, it was so cathartic.
Wow.
tweeting selfies
Nice.
while he's ringside at his wife's matches. Like, I
He
love
takes
the
a lot
new
of
Tyson
selfies
Kidd.
while Natalia's getting beat up.
I
in
don't know,
the
like
ring.
the character stuff. Like that's kind of an interesting thing. I just do not
I do love to
want
hate
to see
though.
him work.
I love to hate him. I
Okay.
will say that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, watch Total Divas. You'll get a
No.
greater
Oh,
appreciation
absolutely.
Nope.
of TJ
Not
as
gonna
we
happen.
know him.
Not gonna happen.